It says recording.
We're live.
We're live. Are we live? We're live.
We're live. Is this live? No idea. But anyway, let's do this.
Is that like a thing? Like
what?
Like a deep metaphor of
just
life?
Hang on, wait. Happy Dad Tales Day, my friend.
Happy Dad Tales Day.
How are you doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
Right, back to what's metaphor of life.
Is that a deep metaphor of life that we're live? We're living. We're live in this moment. People are listening to this not live because they can't listen to it live because we're live right now. Oh, we're not live right now. We was live a second ago.
Boring in here.
I get it.
Anyway, how's your week been, mate?
It's not been great.
First of all, before I go into this, I need to apologise for last week's sound quality. The amount of people that told me it sounded terrible. I'm like, just give it a chance. It was bad to start with, and then it settled in. It was beautiful at the end.
A bit like our content.
Yeah.
It's always bad to start.
Just give it a chance. Because my people was like, I can't listen to it. I'm like, yeah, no, it lasts like 10 minutes, so it's bad. And then we realised we made a mistake.
I don't think it was 10 minutes, was it?
Well, the way they were going on, the amount of people, honestly, were doing my nothing.
Yeah.
My phone was like, ping, 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 ping. I was like, leave me alone. I know.
Yeah, we make mistakes. We're not perfect.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it was a bit pants. We think we've got it sorted this week, so we're all good.
Hopefully.
Yeah, for anybody that's watching, I'm spectacled up today, so all I can see is like bright light shining in my glasses.
Well, all I can see is like a green ring on your glasses bouncing back at me. This isn't green either, is it? But it's coming back at me green for some reason.
Oh, sorry.
Hey,
I mean, that's only for you. I don't care about you.
It looks like weird. And one of it's right on one of your eyes, so it looks like you got a green eye.
Maybe I have.
All right, okay, wait, let's go. It's boring.
So, my week's not been great. I haven't been very well. Honestly, I've been a bit poorly. I've been a bit ill.
When? I've seen you all week. I've seen you on and off all week, and no chance of you not being ill.
So last week, I had a birthday.
Yeah. And
it seems after my birthday. When did I see you? So you Thursday? Yeah. So after my birthday, so starting Friday, I weren't great. It's been like that for the last few days. So you probably gave me some malicious disease.
So I get to come around to say happy birthday to you?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't feel great today. So I was grumpy last week. I'm not.
Hang on, you haven't told me you've not been well. You made me sit right in front of your boat race going, oh yeah, by the way,
so
not been well.
I'm going to have to drink all the way through this because I keep coughing as well. So
what's up with you?
Just feel a bit down.
That's not ill. It feels down. I feel a bit blue.
I looked in the mirror and that was it.
Oh God, don't blame you.
Two things happened to me this weekend. Go on. I need your advice.
Oh.
The first one, so I took Andy swimming on Saturday. Two things happened while we were swimming. I realised I don't think there was anybody in that swimming pool that was hairier than me.
I'll raise your hairiness.
I've never. Oh God! I've never considered myself. I know I've got a bit of a hairy chest and other areas that are a bit hairy, but I've never gone. Wow! I'm like, like Richard Keys or like Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Robin Williams was always like really hairy. I've never thought that, but everybody in that place is like
groomed.
I want to.
Is it grooming or is it just the hairless?
I don't know. There was nobody in that swimming pool that had a hairy back.
Were they all younger than you?
No.
Because the thing is, an evolution thing that we're getting hairless. We're losing hair more. There's like more people getting bald. There's more people with less body hair and stuff.
Why is this?
Evolution. We don't need it. We had hair. We had hair to keep us warm in different temperatures. We've got clothes and stuff.
What's my body saying then?
What?
Is my body saying that I need it?
No, you're just part of an evolution throwback. You caveman.
The second one is.
Why have you gone off?
Because I'm just getting a Snapchat video call in from Andy.
All right.
You have to wait, kid. Where was that? And the second thing is that I don't know if this is an age thing, but girls are definitely wearing some inappropriate.
I thought you were going to say they're hairier these days, but girls are getting really hairy.
They're definitely not, because the amount of clothes that women wear for swimming nowadays is just minimal.
Women or kids? Oh,
no, like women. Women anywhere between, I would have said 16 and 50. Like, I mean, I never went around and
checked ages. Excuse me, you're wearing something very provocative.
Just doing a survey. I'm just currently doing a survey.
But 50 plus are fully 1960s bathing suit.
There's a lot of undies up arse.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were asking a thong in a swimming pool.
Well, my point
is... Not in my pool.
That's what I mean. And I know I'm used to that. And I know fashion changes. And I know I'm about 90 years old. But so one of my points.
Lose your skin on slide if you're not careful.
Well, there was a girl in there that had red bum cheeks.
She's been on slide or not?
Been on slide.
So follows you in there.
So one of the most uncomfortable things was going up the steps towards the slide.
And someone's bums in your face.
Arse cheeks in my face.
Oh, really uncomfortable, mate. Oh, bloody hell.
What a nightmare. What an absolute nightmare that was. So that was... I didn't enjoy that. It just... Is this an age thing, or is it... I don't know. It wasn't a swimming pool, as in like a tank pool that you just go swim up and down. It wasn't that. It was a
leisure pool.
Yeah. So I kind of get that, but it's not a beach. There's still kids, but it felt inappropriate. What do you think? You love it.
I agree with you. Like, I can't believe we're living in society today that we flaunt everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not fun.
It just felt.
But it's the, like I say, it's the world we live in. That's unfortunate. That's society, and the fact that social media and everything, people are just odd. Like dignity-wise, or some people don't have shame, or and shame's the wrong word either. But the people,
it's nice that people are confident enough. To and knocks out.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not for me.
For me, the time and the place.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When you can go to the deepest, darkest depths of the internet and find that stuff.
Oh no,
that's the only place you should see that stuff. Absolutely. How's your whole week been?
Steady way.
Top that.
I'm gonna say, what a week.
See any ass this week?
No, yeah, naturally. Had a steady weekend. Got absolutely steaming on Saturday night.
Of course you did.
Went out with the missus, and then today just been lumped with a nice hefty bill for the car. I feel it's MOT. It's off the road at the moment.
Oh, that's
and they're getting it back for a while, so I've got them to contend with.
That sucks.
Yeah, but with this thing, we're not doing much work with car. So, but it's not exactly old either. I'd say I've not worked much, but life is shit. So, what are you going to do about it? So, we're down to one car family. So, we're going to be juggling everywhere, trying to get here, there, and everywhere at the moment.
That's the painful thing. That sounds like a real first world problem.
Oh, big time first world problem. We're going to sort it, but it's one of those things we're just talking about it now as left out. It's like, right, morning, you're doing this, I'm doing that, then I'll go get this, and then you'll be home, and then you can take them. Because obviously, she's no choice. She has to have a car for work. I've got the luxury in the fact that I don't need a car for work. It's unless I've got a meeting somewhere, I've got to be somewhere.
But then surely in this day and age, you can kind of just go, just stick me on a Zoom.
No, if everyone else is live and then I'm on big screen.
Yeah,
I'm with that. No, I'm not having that. No. I'd sooner get the old day to drive me.
You wouldn't, because that's you. But there'd definitely be other people in them meetings that go,
Zoom me up.
Get in, put me on the TV. I won't have a camera on, I might listen to you not.
I might do that.
Hang on, just got off my soapbox. What else could happen?
No, like I say, I've steady Eddie week, really, to be fair. We're getting ready for... Tell you what, it's half term next week, Aaron. I don't know where everyone else is in the world half terms. Trying to sort childcare out. Oh, God. Proper first world problem. It's going to cost me a bloody arm and a leg, for clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
So mother-in-law and father-in-law are off away, so they're not here to help, if that makes sense, which leaves my mum, sort of thing. Not like I'm moaning or anything like that, but then it's like, sometimes it's nice, to break things up so not everyone's got the child on the same day.
Yeah.
And then Amy's doing more hours now. She has to go back full time. Oh, God. So...
If you can.
Yeah, that's a bit of a car. So it's one of those things, once again, it's a massive first world problem. So I'm not moaning, I'm not thinking, but trying to juggle things around. Yeah. I don't know, I think I overthink things and just make a mountain out of a mole and thinking, oh my God, what happens if? Well,
the positive thing is how we used to, certainly when Lexi was little, gonna swim all day, kid.
Can't nice bands, innit? Cost me a fortune.
Your own kids out.
Cost me a fortune. So
yeah, cheaper to send them to a club.
Yeah. Oh, I might do that actually. Send them swimming one day.
For a full day.
Get mum, drop them off and just go swim. I can't build it, so.
So I just used to organise kids club.
Round them.
We're definitely having a kids club on this holidays.
Yeah.
I need childcare. It's awful to say, but I'm glad that kind of thing's over. I know Andy's still 10, she can't look after herself. But I know Lexi's away at the moment, but if she's home, it does help.
Yeah, I think I've got two 2 summers left. This one next, and I think Abe potentially could be left looking after Noah slightly. I think.
Is there an age? Is it like 11?
I think you can be left on your own at 8, and then I think a sibling can look after a younger one when they're 12, 13, I think.
8's young, isn't it?
8 left on their own, yeah. Yeah, I was younger.
Different day and age.
Yeah, I set house on fire once.
I was going to say you were too stupid to set house on fire, but you clearly
did it. Set house on fire.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Full house?
Well, I set kitchen on fire. In the kitchen for a good year, I had this big, massive burn up back of me because obviously I made such a mess.
Because you wanted to make sure that you remembered it.
Yeah, what I'd done wrong.
We're not painting over that.
Yeah, have you not heard the story where I stuck the fire extinguisher in the oven? Because I never heard the story.
I don't think so.
Have you not heard the story? It's
I've
legendary.
not heard this. You put the fire extinguisher. Have I heard this story?
Have we got time for this?
Yeah, of course we have.
Right.
Tells it. We've always got time.
Okay.
It's our podcast. We do what the fuck we want.
So, we used to own a taxi business. So, my mum was out driving, and I decided I wanted to make a bacon sandwich. So, I made a bacon sandwich. The car cleaner was there, and
What's he called?
so anyway, I made a bacon sandwich, and
Couldn't he make it for you?
shut your face. Hang on, I'm trying to tell a story here. So, made a bacon sandwich, but I left the grill on.
Yeah.
And obviously, when you do bacon stuff, fat underneath got a thing. But anyway, that caught fire. So I'm eating my bacon sandwich. They're eating their bacon sandwich. Because I'm not thinking I made as well bacon sandwich. and next thing, we just sat there, and all of a sudden, it's like black things started flying through away, and I was like, "What's going on here? What the hell? Hang on!" And then all of a sudden, we saw this blaze coming out of the kitchen. Kitchen's on fire! Kitchen's on fire! I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" So I ran into the kitchen in a flummox, open up the drawer, and then as I open the drawer to the thingy, big blaze comes out. I'm like, bloody hell! Like, the house is not any chance it's going to burn down, but the fire's gone up the back wall, and it's coming out in front of me. So it was on a nice blaze. Anyway.
How old was you at this point?
I've probably been about 12.
Really?
12, 13. Anyway, so I runs out to taxi, one of the taxis at the yard. So when I got extinguisher, came back up. This is how good my dad is with extinguishers. He'd already lost all his gas. I'm there going, and he's not doing it, this extinguisher. So I'm like, don't work. So I was like, oh. So just chucked it inside the oven, thinking it'd go, and then dust would come out, not go, boom, and blow out to bits. So then I rang fire brigade. I'm like, there's a fire, toilet dress and everything. Then we're waiting outside at yard. Fire brigade comes, sorts it all out, pretty sharpish, sorts it out. Comes out, 1 with a fire extinguisher in his hand and 2 with bacon sandwich. Cheers, mate. Finished a bacon sandwich. Not missing that. But yeah, so, and then, just set house on fire.
I can't remember if I've heard that story before.
Yeah, well, the stupid thing is that what everyone talks about is that we threw the extinguisher into the fire and just shut it off thinking it was going to do something.
Do you know what? I'd have probably done something stupid as that.
Yeah. But in my defence, I was like, I did the right thing, got the fire extinguisher because they're all in taxis. So I grabbed one out of there, but it didn't fucking work. Trust me, Dad. He'll have probably got off to Del Boy or something.
Like naughty Norman Brightside for fuck's sake. I'm just making a bacon sandwich, Mum.
I couldn't do it. I was going to try to do an impression then, but I knew I was going to be miles off.
Your Welsh impression would not sound anything.
Norman Price?
That's not bad.
There we go. It took me a while to think about it.
I think of Italian in there as well, because she's Italian.
Yeah, I don't know.
She runs the Italian.
She owns the grocery shop.
I thought she owned the Italian.
No, she owns the grocery shop.
Bella Italia.
Bella, you fool.
I don't know. Should we talk today's topic?
Let's talk today's topic then.
So we're going to talk reviews, and I wanted to talk reviews because I've seen a few recently, and I've heard a few, and I'm like, some of these are golden, like proper golden. So I've got a couple here. Do you mind if I go through some of these?
Go on then.
I forgot pineapple chunks. Admittedly, this is not the fault of Morrison's or their staff, but it is a review of what happened on the one time I visited. Have you ever
No.
left a bad review?
No.
Do you use review sites?
No. I don't trust them. I don't like. Do you know? You could go to the best hotel in the world. You could buy the best product. some lunatic
Yeah.
has had a bad experience and they'll just ruin the whole thing. It's like Uber and stuff like that. It's like, what's the point? Either I'll use products I've tried and tested. If it's something new, I'll try it once. If I'm let down, I don't try it again. And that's how I operate. I don't really trust people too much because I know people that will go out of their way to moan about something that could be absolutely fantastic, thinking they might get something for free.
Yeah.
Like, I know genuine people who eat in restaurants will pretty much eat all of it, probably pull some hair out of their head or complain about something and go, hoping to get a free meal or hoping to get a discount.
I'd be able to pull some hair from somewhere.
I can't bother all.
Pull out my ass. Or people are into just sabotage.
Yeah, just people.
My business versus your business. I bet your mum would have that with taxi business at times where people would have competition.
Yeah, what people used to do is used to report people. Do you know, like call council down to say they're driving without a badge or I've seen such and such
get that?
Doing fares and stuff.
When we did the charity trip to Barcelona and your mum kindly sponsored our car and we put a taxi on the side of it and we had to take it off because somebody complained that the car was parked up. It was only insured for the days that we was travelling. It wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, I remember that now, yeah. But it sat on your drive, wasn't it? And we pulled one of those sticker badges, yeah.
Yeah, some absolute wallet.
Cretins.
During my week in Budapest, I was hospitalised with COVID and mugged at gunpoint. But eating this food at your restaurant was definitely a low point.
That's brutal.
I mean, that's pretty damning. There's a review here for a coffin. And somebody's left a 5-star review and just put, no complaints from Grandpa.
They're best.
Some good ones. This one is a good one. I'm going to have to zoom in on this one because it's really little writing. So, if I can do this. So this is a banana slicer. I appreciate that this doesn't help being on an audio cast. I don't know if I can do that. It's a banana slicer. Can we do that? So, no. Put it in there.
Okay, left and right, fine. Yeah.
It's on. I'll stick it on socials there. Now I've clicked off it. Right. Here we are. For decades, I've been trying to come up with an ideal way to slice a banana. Use a knife, they said. Well, my parole officer won't allow me around knives. Shoot it with a gun. Background check. Hello. So I had to resort to carefully attempt to slice those bananas with my hands. 99.9% of the time, I would get so frustrated that I just end up squishing the fruit in my hands and throwing it against the wall in anger. Then after a fit of banana-induced rage, my parole officer introduced me to this kitchen marvel and my life was changed. No longer consumed by seething anger and animosity towards a thick-skinned yellow fruit, I was able to concentrate on my love of theatre, and I'm now writing a musical play about two lovers from rival gangs just try and make it in the world. I think I'll call it the South Side Story. Banana slicer, thanks to you, I see greatness on the horizon.
Nice.
It is a pretty pointless.
Why do you need to slice your banana?
Why can't you just use knives?
No, but forget knives. Why can't you just eat a bite at a time?
I suppose if you wanted to put it in cereals or put it in a sandwich. Not for me, I don't like bananas.
I love bananas. Well, love's a strong word, but I like bananas.
You love a banana.
Yeah, pointless. You could chuffing cut a banana with a spoon. Never mind a knife.
There's definitely other items that you could do in it. One thing I'm not a fan of is...
Don't say me.
is what I would call... Am I allowed to say it? Thick
hang on, here we go.
Thick people.
Thank God for that. Yeah.
So...
You're not a fan of thick people?
I'm not a fan of thick people reviewing stuff. I don't think it should be allowed.
Right, yeah.
There's a difference between keyboard warriors and thick people. This one...
You're a thick
considered a thick person. I'll let you decide. Eh?
Ooh, go on.
After going up Mount Snowdon by train in Wales, I'd forgotten just how high some mountains can get. And they don't come much higher than this one, that's for sure. It is the tallest mountain in Wales. Lol. Oh, there's a lol on there. This was almost a full day's climbing, and my girlfriend was crying at one point. When we did get to the top, there was nothing there.
Oh, Starbucks.
Luckily, we had brought some sandwiches and drinks, so anyone else climbing this one, be warned, there are no facilities at the top. The climb basically went on far too long, and the last part was particularly steep and difficult. It was also cloudy at the top, so the view was non-existent. The walk back down was boring again, took too long. It was a great relief to get back to our B&B in Fort William for a hot soapy bath and joys of flushing toilet and soft toilet rolls. The attraction is free, but I honestly couldn't imagine anyone, and I mean anyone, paying to climb this. Thick person.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I struggle with those. This one's just titled "Great Restaurant, Shame About the Midgets." I wish we hadn't gone. The meal was ruined by midgets everywhere, and we were sitting inside. We even moved tables nearer the back wall, but we were either followed by them or they were that table too. We woke up the following morning covered in bites and very itchy.
I was like, what?
You see where you've gone from that, don't you?
Oh, tell my mind's went. What a bad man I am.
You talk about...
They're called midges, are they? Not midges.
Yeah, midges, yeah. You talk about reviews being fake. Ordered a waffle to find a fingernail and a hair on my food. Absolutely shocking customer service, as I was told. I would have to wait another hour to get a fresh one. I asked for a refund, but never received one. Wouldn't send my worst enemy here. These are always good when you get a response.
Oh, a response back.
A response from the owner. Our restaurant is not even open yet, so this is impossible. We don't open till May the 12th, just in case anyone thinks this is remotely true. Sabotage.
Yeah. They say I went to a famous pizza restaurant. But it's not a problem. It was really nice.
Does it rhyme with Schmitzer Put?
No, it don't.
Does it rhyme with Stubbonominos?
No, it's a restaurant. It was
I don't eat pizza restaurants, clearly.
You've thrown me off now. What's it called? Pizzeria or something like that? Pizzarella? Pizza... You've thrown me now.
Pizza Spexpress.
No.
Oh, okay.
Pizza.
Just a pizza shop.
Oh, Pizza Express, that's it, yeah. Jesus Christ. You can't, yeah, that's what it's called.
I've tried not to.
I know, I can't think of what it was called, that's right. You chucking out all these stupid names threw me off. I'm like, what is going on? Anyway, so I had a big piece of pot in my pizza. Not pot,
yeah,
smoking it. A pot. But I put it in my mouth and I was like, oh, I think my tooth. Oh, hang on, it's not my tooth. I got a bit of pot. Complained to him. Said, oh, we'll knock it off menu.
We're not going to give that to everybody.
Yeah, we'll knock it off menu. And they said, we'll take it away for you. I was like, oh, I'll finish that. No problems. I can look where I'm eating.
Me and Ellie was out one day and she found a hair in her food.
Look here.
And she didn't complain, but it does make you think.
Yeah.
But she's got long hair.
Yeah, it could be one of those.
It could, but it wasn't at this point because you could see it was kind of baked in. Hair gets everywhere.
Yeah.
So she just mentioned it, and the woman was brilliant. She just went,
yeah,
no problem, I'll just take it off your belt.
Same mine. I mentioned it, and it pretty much. I wasn't going, oh, bloody hell, I'm disgusted. I was like, oh, by the way, I've got some pot in here, do you know what I mean? Showed it a bit. And you could tell it was off like... I'll
pot in a Rizzler for you, man.
Do you know like their oven that they're baking?
Yeah.
It was a piece of the tile off there. You could see it was that, like, you know, blue and white tile.
Maybe they'd had a fire on it. Somebody tried chucking out.
Extinguisher it and smash side off it. But yeah, they're just like, oh, knock it off. And we'll knock... They knocked something else off. They knocked off... They knocked off something, maybe drinks or something. That made him pay for a meal. I was like, yours, love, you get your card out. Yeah. Mine's free.
We're not going to have some this one.
Mine's free. No, we are going to have.
Back to thick people reviews. I love this product. Oh, so this is, you know, one of them shiny things that you put in windscreen of your cars when it's sunny to cool it down.
Yeah, I sent you this tonight.
Yes, you did, yeah. I love this product. It keeps my car nice and cool, but I will say the only defect I have found so far, it's very hard to drive with this on. I've had 5 wrecks since I purchased it. 5?
That's spoof.
It's got to be. After my first fender bender, I decided it was best to roll down the window and stick my head out and see the road. But even that is hard because my eyes and my mouth dry out very quickly. Since then, I've
get some goggles.
Some swimming goggles and a snorkel, which has helped out tremendously during long drives. What would you think if you drove past a car and there's somebody with their head out with a snorkel?
With a sun visor in front of it? I want them. What's going on here?
Dear me. My last one. This is a longer one. Sorry, no, it's not. Okay, funny story. While I was trimming my bikini line, I dropped this trimmer in my toilet, and like a dummy, my instant reflex was to flush the toilet. Why? So down the toilet, my trimmer went. Motor buzzing all the time. The trimmer got stuck in the bend of the toilet pipe for over 45 minutes. The trimmer continued buzzing inside my toilet. The sound reverberated through the floor. It was actually hilarious. We moved the toilet from the floor, pulled the trimmer out, and bolted the toilet back down. The trimmer continued working after being submerged in the toilet water for almost an hour. Now, I didn't use it again after that, but the fact that the power continued working and the trimmer motor was super strong sealed the deal, and this is the only trimmer I will ever buy. I quickly purchased a new one, and I've not flushed it down the toilet yet. I love this trimmer so much.
Trimmer.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a trimmer. Because what I'm thinking, waterproof out there.
Would there be batteries in, wouldn't there?
Yeah. No, hang on. I'm talking about what I think's actually gone to the toilet, not the trimmer. A trimmer would not work if it went down the toilet.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Because they're not designed to get any wet or water on them whatsoever.
But other things
are. Therefore, I think that would probably work still submerged.
I think you are correct.
And she's using the word trimmer.
Trimmer. I've got one more quick one.
No stat doing that to me at the moment.
Has it?
Yeah, let's just look up. You're the best dad.
Yeah, it's definitely not mean it, does it? Is he reviewing you?
Yeah.
One on the Domino's website. Delivery time stated between 45 to 60 minutes, but it was delivered within 25 minutes. This was a bit of a convenience, as I was balls deep in the wife at the time.
All the time you don't want someone to come early, he comes early. Hey, he comes early.
Dear me. I've got another review.
Go on for me.
I've got
my review for you as well.
Do you want to go first?
No, you can go first. Go on.
I feel like I've talked an awful lot.
Don't mind that, mate. I like listening.
Let me just clear my throat.
How long's this review? It's not a long one, is it?
It'll be over with before you know it. That's what he said. This is a review of my pal Leon. You are generous to a fault. You never want anyone to feel inadequate, especially around the dinner table, and will do all you can to help them finish. Speaking of helping people never finish, you're married to Amy. Like a Swiss Army knife, you have some good features, but I'm not sure what they are. All of your negatives are hugely... outweighed by your... Oh, yeah, that's right. I was thinking that. All of your negatives are hugely outweighed by your positives. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say you're a 9.5 because nobody's perfect. Your worst trait is that your honesty has no filter, which I enjoy until it unexpectedly hits a nerve. Like you've previously described my face before as featureless. How can this be true when I have such an awesome beard? The other day, you said I may not be able to look at. The other day, when you said I may not be a lot to look at, and then didn't finish your sentence. I was waiting for a but. You are authentic, not as daft as you look, and you don't care what anybody thinks. You have a level of incompetence that I've never seen before, and you don't care what others say about you. You might not be the prettiest or the funniest, but that makes you all right, in my opinion.
Ah, that's nice.
5 star.
5 star?
5 star review.
Oh.
Of you.
Oh, I'll take that, mate.
Yeah. I think I've nail head hit on.
Good. So, have I just disappeared off the camera?
You have, but that's all right.
I'm coming back. So, let me screen it down. That's fine. I'm back. So, this is my review. Look at me talking into the camera. So this is my review of Andrew, the great man. So, all round, top guy. Generous, will always be there for you, and dependable. Very funny, always likes to find a joke in everything, but not always a good thing. So Andy has a trait of always trying to find a joke, yet then will overthink the joke he said. He'll analyse every word he said, picking out if it's appropriate, inappropriate, or other. 9 times out of 10, other. Andy is the most tight person I've met in the fact that he's not been to hairdressers in the last 12 years. And I'll give him his due. He's not a bloody bad haircut, so he's done it himself. So I give Andy a 4.5 out of 5 because sometimes I just don't like your hair.
I suppose just don't like you.
No, I just like your hair sometimes.
I take that. I'll take a 4.5. You know, in my...
I'm back. Did I go?
You didn't go. No.
All right, I'm back on full screen.
I'm always striving to hit around average.
Oh, you're above average, mate. You're above average.
Quite happy with average.
Yeah.
There's always room for improvement when you're average.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy with that. Love it. Shall I do this week's learner letter? Learner letter?
Learner letter.
This week's
Listener
letter even.
So what are we learning? The letter P. The P?
In pneumonia. What's that about?
Oh, don't get me going. We've been here before, don't. Someone corrected me today.
Was it yourself?
No. So was talking about someone's cooking ability, and I said, "Oh, it's legendary. People come because they're legendary cooking." And I was corrected in saying, "Well, actually, if they're legendary, they don't exist. Legendary is something that is mythical." And I was like, "I know, but that's not the terminology we use." It said, "Yeah, but you're not using it correctly." I was like, "Huh."
It's a bit pernickety.
Well, it's
There's a P word for it.
two folds. Absolutely correct. I love to learn, and this person always educates me. No matter what we're doing, he always educates me, and I don't mind it because I've got a lot of learning to do. If I'm being honest,
We all have.
and it's always around my grammar or my use of words. Even sometimes I'll make a word up and I'll go, "That's not a word." What you're trying to say is this word and that word. You put both together. Well done. But let me educate you on what those two words mean around your word. So I'm like, oh yeah. So, what's your opinion on? Do you know we use a word? So I'm going back to now. I use the word legendary. I knew what it meant. The person I was talking about knew what it meant. The person across the room knew what I was on about. Even the person who corrected me knew what I was on about, but had a point to prove that I was using it in the wrong context.
For me, life's too short. Life's too short.
But
and how do
on the flip side, I'm defending them here. If they don't educate me that I'm wrong, then is that where we have a problem in the evolution of language where it starts to fall down?
Maybe it's a society thing as well. Sometimes I'm not necessarily saying in that situation, but sometimes people like to correct you to look good in front of other people.
Yeah, I get that.
To elevate yourself by pushing other people down is
Yeah.
not very attractive.
No, I get that. Sometimes I'll do it, it's just me and him. He'll correct me and say it.
Yeah.
And it's not like a such thing, it's more of like a education. So I don't mind it. But I sort of see where they're coming from, and the fact that if we let them things go all the time, then we ain't gonna learn, and we ain't gonna.
Yeah.
Is that maybe what's wrong with society? That we don't correct people enough. We don't.
No, I think we've realised today we do correct people enough.
Yeah.
Too much.
But I think we live in a society where people are too scared about people's feelings.
Yeah.
Behind the keyboard's different, or behind thingy. But I'm talking face to face. Someone going, actually, no, you're wrong. It's this, without taking umbrage.
Well.
Because I'm big enough and ugly enough to go, you know what, I am wrong, but teach me and I won't do it again. So I'm never going to use the word legendary in that context again. So I'll never call you legendary.
I don't think you ever would.
I know, but I'm not now. Definitely not. It's out the window. No chance of you getting that.
Can there not be two frames to it, though? Something like that's legendary in the sense of, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Not necessarily it has to be something that's deceased. It's just legendary known. Like,
yeah, but it's still not.
Can words not have two meanings, though?
Words can have two meanings, but I don't think that has a double meaning.
You're right. So maybe we need educating them because we're using it in that. Because you're not the only person that would say, use that in that terminology.
But it's evolution of language in lingo. We've used it. Like my parents probably would.
But then you look at other words that are now in the dictionary that weren't in the dictionary.
Yeah, but this is in the dictionary, but I'm misusing the word.
But are you just ahead of the curve?
No, I think I'm misusing the word.
I think you're ahead of the curve. Give yourself some credit. I think you're so far in front that in years to come,
they'll be saying
you'll be
Leon's legendary.
Legendary status.
Oh yeah, but I'll be dead by then, so I can be legendary because I'm not existing.
Well, let's just use that as our our point of learning this week.
Yeah. Go on, what's my letter
No,
later?
that's what we
No,
No, because we just run out of time.
Oh, hey,
But that was a good one.
Earlier on, we had loads of time.
We did. But then that story went on forever.
Oh!
And you gave me so much praise in my review. You should have just gone, you're all right.
What a loser. I'm back to now 3 stars. Lost star
Still
now.
above average. I'm happy with that.
2.5.
Right, I'm going to see you next week.
See you later, mate.
I'm going to see you.
Get out, mate, of it, out.
I'm going to see
On
you
time.
next Thursday. I'm off to bed. See you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday, mate.
Keep smiling.
You too.
You're
Stay
on the
safe.
record. Press the record button.
I'm going to keep going, mate.
Bye.
Which button is it?
The stop record button.
Which button?